Oh, she's we're live? Yo.
Oh, yeah.
You done? You good?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Hi, everyone. I am Safety Man. I'm gonna play Super Ninja Boy for the Super NES. This is a action RPG game released by Culture Brain 1992, which is a sequel to another game on the NES called Little Ninja Brothers. There's a bunch of gameplay elements in this game, including platforming, some beat-em-up styles, and then bosses which are fought in turn-based RPG.
RPG.
And I'm joined today with my commentator and friend WizWario.
Hello, everybody. I'm WizWario. You're the viewers, and he's the speedrunner.
Yeah. So hopefully we have a good run. There's a lot of RNG and luck in this, but I think I have enough good luck to mitigate some of that RNG.
Or enough strategy to mitigate
you know what
the
I mean.
luck. I have enough luck to mitigate the luck, which
that's
valid.
It's hard to mince words when you're in front of a lot of people. Its game has it's very cute sprites with a bunch of chibis, a lot of characters with a bunch of
SD style, super deformed.
Yeah. And hopefully you guys enjoy the run. It is 2 hours and 45 minutes, that's my estimate, but I can generally beat this in 2 hours 30, 2 hours 35 if everything goes well. So with that said, we're ready to go. I'm gonna start. So I'm playing this on the hard difficulty. From my experience, I don't think there's any difference in the difficulty. So I just pick hard because it makes me look good.
Or does it increase the enemy encounters?
I don't think so. I think it's all the same. Back then, games just had some fake menu options that make you think you're elite. Anyways, we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1, go. So we're gonna get introduced to the plot here. So this is the Kingdom of Chinaland, and there's a mysterious fleet covers the sky, and this is Rubber-Duck. He is not the final boss that we see in the end of the game, by the way. Don't believe it. He's very popular, traveled all over the land, and spread peace. And then he left. And then all of a sudden, there's trouble. So these are the main characters, Jack the Ninja, and Ryu the Ninja.
Oh, yeah,
interesting names.
2 players.
Yeah, this does have 2-player, but it doesn't really add much. You can co-op together, so in the fights. So right now we're, as you can see, this is just a top-down RPG style going through the world, and then the enemy encounters are these beat-em-up style battles. And so, this is our main character. We have punches. We have a bunch of punches, and then when you do 3 punches, you'll do a grab, and you can throw the enemy. So right now we're going north to a city called Horizon Gate, because we're going to be picking up pretty much the strongest weapons or strongest items in the game. And as you'll see, the encounter rate for these types of games is very, very sporadic. So sporadic that sometimes you can go for a good 30 seconds without an encounter, and sometimes you can get an encounter on the first frame you come out of a battle. But luckily there are things that we can do to mitigate that, but nothing in the beginning, so we are basically at the mercy of this game's encounter rate right now.
He does want encounters, but the only time he doesn't want it is when he's at the appropriate level for the boss fights. Because there's a thing where if he's not at the correct correct level up, the bosses will become more difficult.
So this is a kind of a special enemy. So right now I'm doing this kind of a jump where he curls up into a ball. That's done when you hold forward and press the jump button. So during that jump, you're actually invincible. And that enemy there has a property that if you do a jump punch, it won't actually affect it. So this guy here is actually a very good enemy to fight because it's fast to kill and
lots of XP.
A fairly large amount of XP. It's 30 per battle. So the way these battles work is that for each encounter, there's a certain enemy count that you have to kill before the game kicks you out. So for that one, it's 5. So once I beat 5 of those enemies, I'll get out of the battle. So right now, I'm actually gonna grind a bit to get to level 4. Levels aren't really important for these beat-em-up style, but they become very important later on, where we actually need to be leveled up. But being at level 4 sets up the game so that I can just play the game without having to worry about grinding. So it's
for a while. Grind again.
So we're grinding to level 4. We also need some money because we need to buy some items. So right now we're just kind of fighting everything we can. Oh, I should talk about those power-up blocks.
Yeah, that was not a good one. He wants to collect as many M's as he can. And what do the M's do?
So you can see inside those P blocks or power blocks, there's a little bubble that pops up, and when you punch it, you can either get money, you can get an M, or you can get a skull.
The M's basically let him do these special magic attacks during the boss fights, which can help, or is sometimes necessary.
So right now I'm buying the sweet buns, which are healing items. I'm buying boo bombs, which we'll use later. And then I'm buying dragon eggs. So the thing about dragon eggs is that they turn this game from a difficult platformer into a joke. Because they are so powerful. So right now this is the... We're going here because this guy gives us the most powerful item in the game, the throwing star. So the throwing stars are really cheap. They cost 5 NP, which is ninja points. On the bottom, you see there I have 0 right now. But because we leveled up, we now have some. When you level up in this game, you actually don't get the level up perks. So the level up perks kick in a little bit later. So this is some platforming. We got some water. This is how the game handles the water physics.
Oh, I never asked. Was the platforming without the dragon eggs like that much more difficult?
I wouldn't say it's more difficult, but dragon eggs give me free range of motion. And let me just cheat. I'm cheating right now.
Oh, yeah, I know. But there are some parts where you have to... There are some parts later in the game where you are required to have certain other items story-wise, but with dragon eggs, you just bypass them.
Yeah, because who needs platform when we have these things? Culture brain, best brain. So here we're at the end of the challenge. So this guy, Rick, if you guys don't know, he's actually in another game from Culture Brain. There's a few cameos that, of some characters that appear here. I don't really know what those games are, but I know this guy's from another game.
Oh yeah, he's from another Super Nintendo game called... Not the Ultimate Warrior, but it's like...
Oh no, we died! So, we need to go back. And the fastest way to go back is actually death warping. So, death warping, the penalty is that you lose half your money. But in this game, because you fight so many enemy encounters, generally, money isn't a big concern. Generally. As long as we get a good amount of enemy encounters, that we can just build up our money supply to buy the items we need.
And get the levels. Oh, Ultimate Fighter, that's where Rick was from.
Okay. So in this particular fight, we need to kill 2. Oh, I'm knocked down. That's another thing that, when you throw an enemy's body, you can actually throw it into yourself, and this guy is being really weird.
Oh yeah, someone mentioned, why do the tiles look almost like the Final Fantasy IV tiles?
Probably because they are.
I mean, there's only so much, like, grass that you can draw uniquely and rock that can be drawn uniquely.
Grass is green.
Just might as well, use it. I'm not condoning laziness, but, you know, there's only so much you can do to make certain graphics. And
why do it when someone...
Someone mentions, this game reminds them of, Kung Fu Heroes.
A little bit. So now we're level 5. Level's not important for what's gonna happen now. So essentially what we're doing is that the initial town is being terrorized by a bunch of thieves.
As with most RPGs.
There's always a problem. There's always a bunch of characters causing mischief.
There's always thieves. It's never free of thieves.
It's like Uncharted. We're among thieves.
Or like Golden Sun when you go into the Lupa town and there's thieves.
So I'm trying to run away from those guys because they don't give you much experience.
Yeah, right now it's a waste of time.
But if I get forced into it, then really nothing much I can do about it. So we're in the this cave here, just trying to make our way to the objective. If I see this greyhound-looking guy, I'll just fight it because it's fast experience.
Oh, the lion. Oh, I forgot to mention. You'll notice that this game likes to reuse a lot of the enemy behavior types. So later on, you'll see a different looking enemy that does the exact same thing, and it's pretty much
for the most part the exact same thing. Which way am I going? I'm going this way. I'm going down into the cave. Alright, so coming up to our first objective. That guy standing over there. Oh, this guy, yeah, okay.
Guy.
Yeah.
Oh no. This guy's annoying.
He's annoying because he does this like triple attack, and then the real one appears, and then we gotta hit it. He's only hittable in that state. So what I did there is the Tatsumaki Senpukyaku, which is done by pressing Y and B at the same time. It uses up one of your NP. Good thing about that guy is he gives you 40, which is quite a lot.
But it does take up more time because you gotta wait for him, and time is not what's needs to be. Time is needed to be saved in the speedrun.
All right, so this is the objective. So these guys are actually a much higher level than we are. So that's why we're going to be using these throwing stars. But another thing I'm going to be using is an exploit in this game, where if you hang out at the top of the screen, the enemies can basically never find you. And
they know you're there, but they don't know where you are.
They can't reach me from up here. So I'm essentially cheating. Again.
Cheating them for sure. Oh look,
it's the yellow aura ball, not the dragon ball, but an aura ball.
Or the crystal ball.
Alright, so we got our objective. We're good to go. So when we're good to go, it means we're good to death warp. So let's go ahead and find the nearest hole.
For the fast warp, you instantly die.
So when you die, this game sends you back to the last convenience store that you visited. But since we didn't visit a convenience store, the default spawn location is right in front of the first city. So the game wants... Yeah, go on.
It's very convenient when it teleports you to a convenience store.
So that C there, think of it as like a checkpoint. So once you visit it, if something happens, then you can respawn at that point. So we're going to go to this house first because we're going to talk to this guy, Nostradamus, not Nostradamus.
Or Notre Dame.
So this guy gives you a bunch of key items. You're supposed to visit him a few times in the game, but this is the only time we'll ever see him. He'll give us a very important item though, it's the escape leaf, which allows us to get out of battles for cost of 4 NP. So the reason you're going...
Which he would like to use as little as possible when he can, to save it for the more important battles.
So those two guys we talked, they're Prince Bonbon. We have to talk to them because it's a trigger for to progress the story. If we don't talk to...
You mean a flag?
Yeah, flag. So if we set the flag, so now the game says, go to the next city and do your next objective. So it's a bit of a time sink, but we gotta talk to him. It is required.
From a point A to point B.
So this is the point in the game where I don't want to fight anything. So let's see how our luck is.
Luck escapes.
So generally in this part of the game, I don't really get into battles. And by saying that, I guess cursed myself, because, you know, you never say that on stream when you're doing a marathon.
You never jinx it.
You never jinx it. I'm always right.
Except when you're not.
I'm always right. When I'm wrong, see the previous rule. Oh man, I almost made it to those stairs. That would have been sick. Okay, so this one I'm going to use Escape Leaf, but before we do that, I'm going to take my chance on this. And this game, you usually never win. And if you thought that was bad, We haven't gotten to the later parts of the game yet. Let's not spoil it.
Yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of which, you can never game over in this. I mean, you can game over, but you can never, like, outright just lose.
So this is the funny face. Because we're level 8, this guy will die to 1 throwing star. So that's a quick 60 points. So generally, I do want to fight things that are quick to kill, and that will give me a lot of experience, and skip over everything that doesn't.
Basically, fast food service.
Fast food service without all the perks, the delivery fees.
Well, I mean, you're the delivering the death, and they pay you with XP.
Mm-hmm. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. Oh man, pizza. I had some pizza before this.
Hopefully it wasn't,
Totally information you guys don't need to know. That's fine.
Oh, okay, well, I can... Is there pizza in this game? No, there's only...
No.
There's only the rice ball. Or is there sweet buns?
Sweet buns.
Or in Pokemon, it's the jelly donut. I mean, I had burger today.
Burgers sound nice. Food is such a great thing to talk about when you have nothing to talk about. Everybody eats and has an opinion on what goes on pizza.
Oh yeah. What's all your favorite pizzas while we travel to the next point?
All right. So that guy we just talked to, he's basically the security guard. So if you don't talk to the prince, then you don't get to pass. You shall not pass. So now we're visiting the inn. The inn is basically a full heal. It gives us all our NP and HP back for free.
It's
for free.
The Pokemon Center.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we got the blue bombs. We need 1, 2, 3, 5 dragon eggs, and then we need the Shogun sword.
Which you thankfully have enough money for.
Yeah. We already have the Numa punch. The punch basically it gives us more.
Punch?
Yeah. It gives us power in the boss battle. Not the boss battle, but the enemy encounters. Aw, dang. I feel sorry for you. You'll have pizza soon.
Picked up a pizza. Oh man, that's rough.
So these those flame carpet things, they have really jank hitboxes.
But if you have the dragon egg, nobody cares.
Actually, when you're on the dragon egg, they can actually hit you, so you actually do have to avoid them.
Yeah, but otherwise you don't really care about them.
So there are some spikes falling down. We can run faster than it. And then, like I said, when you do that moonsault jump, you're actually invincible.
Jump. The moonsault.
That's what it's called.
Oh,
so, if you remember when we were in the last city, there were 2 big buildings. They want us to go into the other building to pick up shoes that let us stick onto the ceiling. But we don't need that, we have dragon eggs.
Yeah, you can bypass a lot with dragon eggs.
So much.
Hey, on some levels, it's like, that's kind of disappointing that you don't get to really check out the rest of the game. But at the same time, it's like, hey, that's what happens when you have an oversight.
I mean, yeah. Speedrunners appreciate it. Why not? If you can use it in the game, it's not cheating.
But it's also like, well, the whole point of the dragon egg is that it saves you, right?
Mm-hmm. So another side effect of the dragon egg is that if we die in one of these platforming sections, then the dragon egg will bring us back to life at the cost of 1.
It's a nice backup.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like Zelda 2, where if you turn into a fairy when you're in a hole, you just don't even get a chance. You have to use it beforehand.
Nah, it's this guy.
It's the fan.
I call him the Cymbalbee. He's got like a. It looks like he's like clapping.
Symbol.
The enemies in this first section of the game are supposed to be referencing like a rock band. So those like
as you notice with the samurai skull guitar.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they have official names, but I guess call it a skeleton knight.
The skull Murai.
If you were to name it, what would you call it? Skullmer? Is that cooler than skeleton knight? Because you're a knight. You're a wizard, Harry.
And it doesn't make sense.
I didn't come up with it. I got it from a random website. I got it from the guide. So nice thing about this stage is that we can kill those really fast by impaling them onto the spikes up above.
Mortal Kombat 2 style.
Oh, like the one where you just uppercut him?
You uppercut him, it's like, oh!
You know that if you hold down, they don't stick. They actually fall down from the spikes. So this is the boss room. So one thing we didn't explain is that level progression. So one way this game gates you...
I mentioned it, but...
Yeah, so in order to fight bosses, we need to be a certain level, because if we're not a certain level before the boss...
AKA level.
The boss will just do double damage to you.
And that sucks.
And you can buy armor in this game, but it has no effect on bosses. It only has effect on these battles.
So that extra sucks. Getting all this preparation and going, hey, why am I getting my butt kicked?
But generally, the area before the boss has some enemies that give you a lot of XP.
Or at least, like, they better. Oh, he can also... Safety Man can also try and, like, squeeze as much more enemies to get more XP, because you get XP based on the amount you kill and after the explosion animation.
Yes!
There we go.
We got 9 M's.
If one of those explosions took too long, then you wouldn't get that XP, which kind of sucks.
So, you're generally supposed to kill 2 of them, but because if we can squeeze in a 3rd enemy before the game actually kicks us out, we do get credit for it. Which is why we're kind of staggering the kill, so that we can kill 2 at once, or 3 at once. So these are 70 each, so a good 210. Okay, good, we're level 10. So level 10 is the minimum. Is the minimum amount we need to fight this boss.
And
not get screwed, yes. So this guy's Bongo Man. He's got a bunch of furious electric attacks that can turn us into stone.
And also during the boss fight, Safety Man wants to make sure that he has enough health that if the boss decides to do a lot of damage, or from a bunch of turns...
Ooh, that's a high roll. 10 is the highest damage you can do in that.
From a bunch of turns, or getting comboed basically, that he can survive it.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants to make sure his health is kept up to specs.
So this boss has 3 attacks. He's got the Sonic Drum, which is a tackle. He's got the Stick Boomerang, which is a strong attack, and then he's got a move that turns you into stone, which hopefully we won't see, which I know we're gonna see now. Okay, that's a Stick Boomerang. So essentially, to fight these bosses in, I guess, the safest manner, you essentially don't want to put yourself in a position where the boss can 3-shot you.
I thought it was 2-shot.
Or, yeah, 2-shot. Yeah, 2-shot. I think... I didn't tell you 2-shot, right?
Yeah, you said 2-shot.
Alright.
I'm like, 3, oh, then that makes the boss extra dangerous. That'd be like if you were totally under level.
Oh, there we go. So this attack turns us into stone for 1 to 4 turns. And, sometimes the boss will do it twice in a row, which is what we want. So once our health goes under 25 is when I say it's time to heal. We gotta eat sweet buns.
Yeah, he needs to keep his health above 25.
So if you notice in boss fights we get our partner or 2-player assistant. If you're playing with a co-op partner, you get to choose their attacks. But if it's controlled by the AI, they will always attack. They will either do a sword attack, a punch attack, or 2 jumps that do very little damage. Either the moonsault kick or the miracle kick.
roulette move, no control whatsoever. So, on that note, Safe Man also has to make sure he does the character that he's controlling, Jack, doesn't die. Because it doesn't matter if Ryu is still alive, because he's just gonna die.
Yeah, if you notice, the music sounds like the NES boss fight. So this is a sequel to Little Ninja Brothers, which also came out, made by the same company, and uses most of the same characters, too. So there he goes, the first boss is down.
Reuse and recycle.
And we got the red Dragon Ball.
It always looks like it has like a mouth on it, though, those gems. I don't like the way they did those orbs.
Have you ever seen
like,
the... yeah.
Like it's a smiley face, but without the eyes. It looks like one of those worm heads.
It's the Infinity Stones, except they don't actually do anything.
Yet.
I never said yet. They don't actually do anything. At least useful to us.
You need to bring it to like for story progression.
Okay, fine. They're like what do you call it? Collectibles. They're plot devices.
You gotta get all them Dragon Balls to summon the Eternal Dragon. I mean,
plot devices for when the guy at the beginning doesn't betray us. Definitely does not. So if you'll notice the background, just the palette swapped cave. That's gonna be a recurring theme in this. A lot of the cave tiles are reused. Gotta save on that memory.
Different palettes. I mean, that's how they made the game like so
large.
Massive. I mean, that's what happens when you reuse and recycle, right? You get more use out of it. How much money do you get from those treasure chests, anyways?
Okay, 296. I don't actually know. I forgot the number. Okay, it's a non-zero amount.
Better question: is it worthwhile? Free money, right?
Well, we're trying to get M's.
Oh, of course.
So that attack I used in the boss battle, it was the Mighty Ball. It costs 3 M's to use, which is why, and it's a very strong attack to use in at least the first boss battle.
And especially when it hits. It is incredibly disappointing when the attack misses.
Yeah, it is, because it's like, you just lost out on a bunch of damage.
And you used up magic points.
I want to say it has like a 70% accuracy. So in Pokemon terms, that means it's not accurate at all. If it's not 100%, it's useless. Or it's 50%. You know when you use Blizzard and it keeps missing? Or you use Thunder?
Well, I mean, those moves had a percentage, right? What, 70%? That's still not bad.
Yeah, 70% felt more like 50. You miss half the time.
Well, I guess your luck's just that bad that it pushes it to 50. Unless you're playing Gen 2 where you can affect the chance of it, like Rain Dance causes Thunder to hit 100% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
That was some pretty cool stuff.
So, yeah.
It doesn't have environmental effects in the sense of, like, sometimes it rains and then you have the rain effect.
So those two royalty we talked to, they actually give us the first boat, which lets us travel on water. But right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to die because we need to go back to the first city. So we need this guy to kill us.
Flaming boogers.
He needs to laugh at us. There we go. Nice quick kill. Get it out of the way.
Just
KO.
What other games have like death warps that are actually more beneficial?
I can't think of any. Pretty much a lot of speedruns have death warping to some degree. Oh man, look at this encounter.
There are some games where you don't want to die. Like the deathless is quicker. Well, I guess Battletoads on Game Boy. Well, not death warp, but death abuse to get those iframes.
Mm-hmm.
So not quite the same.
So whenever we get a new vessel, the overworld music changes, and this is probably my least favorite one. But we're gonna be listening to it for quite a bit in this second arc of this this anime. So here's the next group of enemies. So we're gonna be using that that exploit. We're just gonna hang at the top of the screen, and as you can see, these enemies are just gonna bob up and down, and they can't find us.
They know where he is.
Mm-hmm.
They just can't find him.
So this battle ends when you kill 4. So we're gonna go ahead and try to kill these 4 at once. And just
get a combo.
Satisfying explosions.
Yes, because everything's got to explode.
Yeah, and back then, like, it's too expensive to show an enemy lying down on the ground. You got to make him disappear. So, what better way is to make it blow up? I mean, look what happens to the Sonic enemies. They all blow up. All the Mario enemies get flattened. You know, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. All right, so now we're in Fairy Town. This is the second arc. We're actually going to use the convenience store this time because we're going to be warping here a few times. So that's it. You just talk to him and then your checkpoint's set. So since we entered a couple, we're going to take the inn to get our NP back.
This is not the Mushroom Kingdom, for those wondering.
No. It can be.
It's Fungal Town.
It's a kingdom that has mushrooms in it.
That could be Fungal Town.
I like mushrooms, do you? They taste delicious.
That depends. Well, if you keep it fit. I like it on... It depends. Depends. I like it on my pizza. But definitely remember to keep it fit, folks.
Keep it fit.
Of course.
So what's happening is that the royalty in that town, I guess I should explain the story. The royalty in that town, the princess, had a big fight with her father, and if we talk to her right now, she'll basically say, go to this tower and fetch my father for me. It's a giant fetch quest. We gotta talk to him, tell him to go home and be a family man like Guile. Go back home and talk to your daughter. You horrible father. So as you can see, throwing stars are super broken. We can kill these enemies in two stars. Very abusable.
You're gonna give them a 2-star rating, and it's so horrendous. It's so horrendous to them that they just give up.
We just took some damage there.
But are you a giant enemy crab?
Enemy crab?
For taking lots of damage.
No, it's not too concerning. We are gonna death warp right after this.
No, it's convenient.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a bit worrying when I saw that damage pile up.
Oh yeah, you can get comboed to heck and back if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, when you get hit, there's not really any iframes. There's no easy mode. We're playing on hard mode, remember that. Not that it makes a difference.
On the lower difficulty?
I don't think there is. So right there in that door is where the king is. The kingpin.
King.
I think his name is Toro.
El Toro. Damn, just hiding out in a cave here. Could have said he was abducted or something.
So he gives us the Magiport, which lets us warp back to the last convenience store, but only in the overworld, not in these towers, unfortunately.
Which would have been really convenient. It's the escape rope that can't escape.
Which is like going to be a recurring theme where they give you an item and you wish it were another item because the other item would have been better.
They give you an item that you wish was more useful and not like dumbed down.
So we go dying, getting burned. We need our burn heal.
You're gonna need a burn heal.
So the problem is that this Princess Julia, her boyfriend Romo, got kidnapped.
It's just one drama piece at a time.
So the game is telling us to go to Satoon, which is a ghost town. But before we do that, there's invisible enemies, and we need a magic that makes the invisible visible.
So it's like that quest in Zelda 2, where there's that haunted town where you get attacked by invisible enemies until you get the magic that reveals what the naked eye can't see.
Oh, that mirror thing?
I'm not talking about Ocarina, I'm just talking
Oh,
about
okay.
Zelda 2.
Oh, Zelda 2, the platforming one.
Yeah, the 2D platforming one.
Hey, remember those tiles from FF4 that someone mentioned in chat?
Sure.
If you look now, these desert tiles are essentially the same thing. Here they are.
It's like, what else are you gonna do, right?
I mean, how else can you make it? How do you make a desert overworld?
And be like completely unique, aside from putting way too much detail on it.
So this enemy here is the best enemy for getting levels, because we have to kill 2 of them. And we have a tiny exploit where if we hang out in this spot, they'll just go back and forth, and very easy to kill.
It's the Green Goblin.
So have you noticed that the throwing stars, there's the star attack, which is done by pressing Y, and there's also a charge attack that you see, that little blue projectile.
Hadouken.
Yeah, basically Hadouken.
Here is good.
That charge attack actually does less damage than the throwing star itself, so we don't want to be throwing that.
Don't you just love it when they give you things that sound like it should have been really cool, but then it turns out it's not?
It's a big blue blob of disappointment. There is one benefit to it though, is it does have a bigger hitbox. And I guess it looks cool. Makes a nice sparkly chargy sound. So 320 experience points, that's 160 per... I call those wing nuts, because they have wings and they throw nuts. You're gonna love my nuts. Slap chop.
Slap chop.
So if we see these enemies, if I see the pig, I'll generally fight it because it's not a bad too slow, but the experience from these pigs is decent. And they are carrying like a kind of a shield in front of them, so you need to be aware of that. The shield only blocks punches. It doesn't block the star itself. It doesn't block the star, and it doesn't block the moonsault jump.
Do slashing damage, and the punches do bludgeoning damage. For those who get it.
Some RPG things I don't know.
Ironically, yes. Don't you love having to wait for the iframe to run out on enemies, but when it comes to you, that's not the case.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Sometimes it takes a bit to get them to cooperate. Oh, we need to recharge this. So the... Oh, wait. I thought it ran out.
Not ready yet. Now it's out. Just one more.
Okay, level 13, which is nice. So the next boss fight, we need to be at level 16, so we do still want to continuously level up. So we reach this city, we're going to take the inn, get everything back.
Get in there.
Get in there. I can't think... What's
that
that?
Dr. Wily guy, it seems to give the impression that he was watching you as you sleep.
Did it look like Dr. Wily?
Kind of, but without the extra
extra hair in the, you know, the wig. Or the batwing hair.
Okay, so dragon eggs, like I said, are super broken. You can actually carry 15 of them at a time.
But Safety Man won't do that because
Yeah,
there
well,
are times where he has the death warp.
I just maxed them out. Oh, one thing I didn't explain about the death warp is that it only applies to falling in pits. So if you get, like, punched, lose your HP by an enemy, it counts as actual getting knocked out, and you do lose. You don't get that dragon egg recovery.
Of course.
Very classic game. Very, niche game.
It is definitely niche, I'm gonna say.
This game doesn't exist on speedrun.com. I wish it did.
Well, I wouldn't worry about that. You know, you'd think these this would be like quicksand, and you'd be dropping down, and you'd have to jump every.
It's a sand river.
Yeah, it's a
Sand river. I don't know. Does sand do that in real life? I don't think so.
No. And if it did,
I'd be very scared. Imagine going to a beach, having sand push you in one direction.
Oh, isn't that a tropical storm then?
That would be more the storm, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it'd still be pushing the sand. Or who knows? Make them pigs.
So, Wiz, when I get to level 14, remember there's a 3,000 experience countdown? We gotta...
Yep.
So making our way across the desert. So there's one, in that desert city, which was Celestern, there's a lady that tells you to go to this tower to see this lady. Her name's Arash. I don't really know how to say it, but she basically gives us a trial or a challenge, one of those platforming challenges, which will give us the hyper vision, which lights up those invisible enemies.
Not the Coleco vision.
Wow, 3 of these. This is my 3rd or 4th one.
It's like your 4th one, isn't it?
Is it? Okay.
They could
yeah.
They could have given you the virtual vision.
I generally, like, on average, I only get 1 or 2 of these a run. And I've gone through runs where I've gotten none of them, and I had to level up kind of painfully.
We had to level up the hard way.
So those things can only be encountered on the desert tiles, which is why I'm trying to stay in the desert tiles for as much as possible. On the grass, you'll fight like those blue bots and those elves that shoot arrows at you. So here we are in the Tower of Belba, which
and its architecture is pretty shoddy.
It's the same as a cave. They're all made of stone, the same material.
Well, I kind of meant like, you know, it's like, if you were to live in a tower like this, it's like, wow, it's just no refurbishing or anything.
It doesn't have elevators. You gotta climb these long staircases.
No interior decorating, no washroom, no bed, no dining hall, just all stone.
Mm-hmm.
And no railings in case you fall, not that you would.
So you'll notice these guys are the same enemies we fought back in the first episode of this anime.
Like
these are, yeah. They actually give you the most experience, which is 210 if you do it right. In this tower, at least. So those wingnuts, we can encounter them, but we only have to kill 1. So that's only 160. Okay, 210 again. So we're gonna come up across some vases or some pouches. The ones on the first ones there, they take us to a dead end, and the second set of 2 there take us here, which is where we need to go.
The second set on the bottom.
I think you mentioned this last time. You mentioned this last time, where it's like, if the first thing you see is the right thing, then what's the point of the second thing, right? The easiest answer is always wrong, because What's the point of making the harder answer if... What's the point of those other two if you essentially don't have to do
What's the point
them?
of adding more illusions of choice? Oh, there's that 0 frame.
That wasn't quite 0 frame, it was like 1 or 2, but it was close.
You know what I mean. It was pretty much right there. You didn't even get to leave your square.
There are going to be times where we want that 0 frame because we do want to level up. So it's not exactly the worst now because they're giving us the good enemies.
Especially when they give you the good enemies.
Man, these are some long stairs.
Even though they just look like pathways. You think it would have just spiraled up, but no. You gotta walk all the way around.
That like curve almost makes this look like a... I thought this was like a pipe when I was young. You know, like those connection pipes?
Connection pipe?
Alright, so here we are, do this challenge thing.
Which you will cheese.
No, actually, no, I'm not gonna cheese this one. This one we actually do honestly. No dragon eggs here. Oh, we didn't get the perfect stairs. We aren't Mario speedrunners.
Although this would have been the desert level. At least there's no angry sun.
That'd be interesting if there was an angry sun.
Or an enemy that chases you. It'd be like those wing nuts though. Or something equivalent. Those enemies die in the most nonchalant way, like, like,
Exploding.
guess I'll die.
Alright, we got the thing, we got the goods. So she says that in the crystal ball of hers, that the king, Prince Rommel, is going to betray Julia. Oh no. And she's like a, what do you call it, an oracle?
Oracle, a psychic.
Psychic
a
medium.
fortune teller.
Medium, I think.
No, a medium is like, when
Or no,
you communicate with spirits.
Yeah, making good spirits.
I was like, what? Since when did ghosts know how to tell the future?
I don't know, you fight them in Pokemon. They're kind of psychic.
Then why is there a psychic type? That
Remember-
always bugged me in Pokemon. It's like, they said Ghost was good against Psychic, but it's like, no? You get destroyed by Psychic types.
Clairvoyant. That'll get you a lot of points in Scrabble.
Good thing that's
Actually, not really.
Doesn't Q give you like 10 points?
So that was 210. So 3,000 minus 210. Just round it to 200.
2,790.
It's actually really good we're getting these fights.
A good fight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can play that word in Scrabble. Yeah, I don't think you can have enough letters.
C-L-A-I-R-V-O-Y-A-N.
Can't you only have like 10 letters or something?
7.
Oh.
Hey, take what the game gives you. And believe me, this RNG can be paid back at any time. Nothing is guaranteed.
What you're telling me is you're taking a lease on your luck. And then later on you gotta pay it
It's like
back.
I'm hoping for a tiny bit of bad luck. That's inevitably gonna happen.
Because it's gotta balance out in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Scrabble, I do have the Cereal Box CD-ROM of Scrabble.
Cereal
where
box?
where you play it in space.
Space.
Like, you know, the background says like space and it has this like 3D effect.
Was that Windows 98 or something?
Windows 98 or Windows Me.
Those AOL discs? They give you like 10 hours. They give you like 5 hours of free internet.
No. I said Cereal Box. Cereal Box CD-ROM games.
Do you know what number we're at? I don't think it matters too much. We're actually really close to 15.
You had like 420 from
Nice.
from those two fights, right?
Something like that.
So that would make it 2370.
I did talk to her, right? Yeah, I did talk to her. So what? Yeah.
For the vision.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if I.
No,
No,
you
I talked to Romo, to Julia. She told us to go there. I had to make sure. Oh, we're gonna escape this. These guys aren't worth our time anymore. So right now, another thing that the Oracle told us is that there is acid water where King Romo is, and we cannot use a regular boat to reach it.
What
So
is
we're
he
gonna-
on? Acid water?
So we're gonna go see Funky Kong.
About
This
the
game,
funky music?
this game's Funky Kong, who essentially builds us everything for free. It's like Donkey Kong Country 3.
Instead of a funky Kong, he's a funky goat.
This guy's psychic. He like, hey, you need something that'll get you over the water? I got just the thing for you.
I just conveniently made this thing.
Oh yeah, with the new vehicle, it means different music. Which is, I like this one better than the other one. Yeah, so these aren't worth our time anymore. We're just gonna run away.
It's too bad you can't level up to the point where it's like certain fights you can just choose not to encounter. If you know what I mean.
You know, in Scrabble, if you play all 7 tiles in one turn, it's called bingo, and you get 50 points.
Really, I never had that.
It's really hard to do.
Clairvoyance and Scrabble. You just need the layer to already be on the board first.
I actually did play Scrabble kind of competitively during high school.
Yeah, that's why you're so good at Wordle, right?
Oh god, you really brought up Wordle? It's another can of worms.
Is it? Man, it's Scrabble, well, it's the
Well,
house
the-
rules, I've seen some weird exceptions to the like Scrabble rules, because that Scrabble CD-ROM game I have, there's actually a dictionary included that tells you like what words you can play, and some words will be like you can put
QI. No, QI.
or QI. And
QI is the... It was
that gives you
actually...
20
Yeah.
points. And it's like, what?
It's the best way to get rid of Q. And then
This
there's...
was a quiz.
There's also ZA, or ZA for the Americans. That means pizza. QI is another alternate spelling of key, like a key charge. KI, or...
Oh yeah, the age
And then
Eastern spelling.
za is pizza. So right now we're just heading towards the Satoon. We're gonna enter this building because we're gonna fight this lady here, Miss Finney, essentially for experience, because it's a free 200 points.
Also, if you're playing the American version,
Keep playing it. No, the Japanese version.
If you play the American version, she's censored, but if you play the Japanese version, they had a different art for her.
And she's
You'll see why she got censored.
she's actually topless in the Japanese version.
Yep. There's a few
And,
other changes too.
I don't recommend you see it. Game marketed for kids.
Yeah, but in some parts of the country, or in other countries, nudity is not a huge thing. But that's neither here nor there.
So here we are in the dark forest with the scary music.
Or the spooky music.
Spooky. Very spooky.
ANC Games used to stream McDaniel, missed those streams. Yeah, but things change.
Oh, shouts at D-Tysonator.
Yep.
The first man to beat
yeah,
Mike
yeah,
Tyson blindfolded. Oh, shiz. Shh.
Oh, she's. Oh, yeah, Shin-Chan.
So once use those dragon eggs because they're so broken.
Yeah, don't need to pay the not the Grim Reaper, but the guy who
Death.
the ferryman.
Oh, the death on the boat, right?
Yeah. I guess it is Grim Reaper, right? Because it's like it
Yeah.
guides you to the afterlife in mythology.
I suppose. I guess
That's their
remember.
interpretation, which is interesting.
I guess remember it like destroying Luigi in that Smash trailer, in that Simon Smash trailer. Simon Belmont. He slashed.
Destroying Luigi.
He like slashed Luigi's soul out of his body. It could be traumatic for Nintendo fans.
I mean, just Luigi mentioned it.
I guess.
His name is Charon. Ah, that is the Castlevania. Wait, is that only in Castlevania, or is that like in general for the name?
Which one?
The ferryman that guides you through to the beyond.
I don't actually remember. His name is Charon.
I know that's like I heard that in Castlevania, but I don't remember if it's actually like historically its name.
So these are the invisible enemies they were referring to.
Oh no, you can't see Jack.
I can't see Jack, but I can hang at the top of the screen and throw throwing stars.
You can't see Jack, but you can sure do, Jack. Yeah, like the ferryman. Oh, it is Charon? Okay.
So if you,
I only know about it through Castlevania Symphony of the Night or something like that.
So that last the last item shop we went to, we actually bought the meat bun, which is the full heal, and then we also bought the techno glove, which is the upgraded punch. Our last punch was Numa punch.
Yeah, the meat bun is essentially like a full restore. Just gives you everything back. Like
yeah.
But you can only have one of them.
Only one at a time, yeah. So it's
inefficient, but okay.
I mean, it's really powerful. So there's got to be a limit.
No, but in like the logic of like the world, it's like, wait, why can I only get one meat bun? It's because you already have one. Finish what you eat, son. I guess that's one way to look at it, actually.
The meat buns at those Chinese bakers are so good.
Depends on the location.
Alright, so here we are. We're at the tower right before the boss. So we need to be level 16 before fighting it. Oh, dang. I'm actually gonna escape this.
You have like 2200 XP.
Is that how much I have to go?
Yeah,
okay.
that's how much have you like remaining.
Okay, so that's
You didn't skip any fight after the skull Murai, right?
No.
Oh wait,
oh, they're giving us the good fights. They're giving us the good fights too.
So there isn't where you need it.
So I actually want this fight, but I'm
Wrong
purposely skipping it because if I fight it, there is a chance that I'll lose my bombs, and we need our bombs for something we're about to pick up. If you also notice, I didn't buy the mystical sword. Reason I didn't buy it is because in this tower, that treasure chest over there has an even better sword.
So once you find out that it's a waste of money, you just don't need to waste more money.
Yeah, and that one's free. You don't have to pay for it.
Isn't that great? I wish I could find things that are way better than what you get in stores.
Just find it in the middle of the street. So there's a little crack here. You have to bomb to get through. Okay, now we can... So if we...
tricky to notice.
A little bit. So this is the, I'll let it pop up before I say what it is. This is the Ninja Saber. So swords aren't actually that useful, at least in terms of speedrunning, but they're often the most powerful way to get damage in boss battles.
Yeah, I was gonna say damage in the boss battles, because it's like
shiz.
you want to get as much as you can.
So this is the Ninja Cyclone, or it's basically the same as the Mighty Ball, but and it costs three M's to use. Okay.
It's like the superstar from Mario.
Even plays that kind of music too. Okay, so that's 15. So I need to kill 1600. 4. Okay, so right now what I'm doing is an exploit to get experience real fast. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let one cycle of the music play through, and then I'm gonna despawn one of these enemies, which is going to summon a powerful enemy that gives you 400 experience each.
Is it really an exploit and more of a secret?
I would say it's less of a secret and more of like here's a little thing in the game that can kill you really fast.
Because it's like, I'm like, most casual play, you would just defeat all those enemies before this guy even like appears. So I like to think that it's kind of a secret. So I guess if you're struggling that much, I guess maybe you would spot him.
Well, that guy can one-shot you.
No matter the level.
Well, I guess it does matter the level, but At level
this point.
15, yeah, you can get pretty messed up. So once again, hanging at the top of the screen, these guys won't attack us. So we're gonna kill 4 of those giant apes.
It's something like that. First game had something like that.
I think it did.
I never played it, so I wouldn't know.
So unfortunately, we hit it in the no-no zone. The crutch.
That's why it's screaming like crazy if it could.
That's why it explodes like 4 times before going away.
Talk about busting something. Cause busting makes you feel good.
Seinfeld every day of the week.
I only saw Friends, so.
Seinfeld had more memes.
It's the win by default, but not because I think it is.
Okay.
One more. That was the third one, right?
That was the third one. I was counting.
Yeah, I know. Just testing.
That was actually the second one. No, it was the third one.
No, that was the 5th one.
Once I hear this part of the music, that's when we despawn.
It's a special condition to summon it, right? Still?
It's just when one of the enemies either dies or disappears off screen.
After like X number of
X number of seconds, yeah. I guess use the music as a guide. Alright, so we got what we need. This will guaranteed take us to level 16. Oh, that guy was looking at me funny.
And you gave him the ninja stars.
He gave me an ominous look. Alright, so we're good to go. We can just go straight to the boss battle.
Hey, that wall came back.
Yeah, so another thing is that if you blow a hole in the wall,
Blow up the wall.
it actually resets when you get into an enemy fight.
Oh, and the glitch that there's a glitch that can happen where you just lose all your boo bombs.
You lose all your bombs for whatever reason, yeah.
And then it's like, well, there goes the saber.
There goes the run.
And so Safety Man has meticulously tried to avoid having that happen.
So coming up, this boss, the next boss we're about to fight, probably has the highest chance of actually killing us. Because he does a lot of damage. And
What?
so, yeah. So we have, what's it, 9 healing items to hopefully, prevent us from dying.
Not ungood.
So I will be healing when my health goes under 40, because this boss is strong and this attack does 20, and I do not want to be two-shotted. So in terms of who goes first, it's all random. There's no such thing as speed. Your level doesn't affect it. It's just
initiative.
it's just a dice roll. So we'll be using the Ninja Saber. Does around 13 to 15 damage each.
And it had a high roll there.
I could use the Mighty Ball, but thing about the Mighty Ball is that it only does, I want to say 20, which is not that far off from the sword damage. So I generally tend not to use it in this fight. It is.
There's nothing you can do about the misses and whatnot. It just shows that you're about to miss.
Mm-hmm. So Ryu's under 40, so I'm gonna heal. It sucks when you miss.
It's just so aggravating. It's just like, oh well, this hit, and it's just always like you're predetermined to miss.
So we want to see Ryu either do Techno Glove, preferably the Ninja Saber. What he can do, Moonsault Kick and Miracle Kick. It does like 2 damage.
Yeah, the saber is just to give it to him to have a chance to hit harder.
Mm-hmm. I think that puts us under 40. It's time to heal. Yeah. So sweet buns heal you 40 points. Oh, this is the shadow shield. So this means we can't attack it. We have to use the hyper vision.
It's invisible. That, So that means that they're invincible.
Invincible.
That's not how invisibility works. They
It
could
is
have
invisible.
just done something where it's like it's harder to hit because you can't quote unquote see it, instead of just being like, oh, it's completely invincible.
Yeah, that puts us under 30, under 40.
I mean, I guess if it makes you invisible and you're not there, you can't hit nothing, right?
Should be close to dying. I want to say around 2 to 3 more hits. Well, that might put us under.
Yeah,
That's
but
another
you're already in
heal.
the middle of
That's
attack.
another heal. So the reason I say 2-shot is because you can only attack 2 times in a row and not 3. Which is why we have to make sure our health is above that
Above par.
40. That might kill? No. I was using all the strong attacks. There we go. He's
Well,
dead.
At least he's not going like invisible too many times.
Well, he just went invisible permanently.
Hey, I can't see him. Must be dead. You'll find bosses later on that also try to do the same trick where they just go invisible, and it's just.
All right, so we got the objective. We're good. So we're just gonna die because fastest way to travel.
Now to just shake it.
You gotta hope for that encounter when we want it.
Just got a boogie.
All right, this is the ghost. I think the ghost does a lot, so I'm just gonna let him
Let it happen.
bless me.
Gesundheit.
Jack is defeated.
By a ghost. A ghastly death.
It's not Haunter.
But is it
Unless-
a Gengar?
Okay, so remember that green ore ball that we just picked up?
Oh yeah, with the mouth. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for whatever
Yeah,
reason,
mouth.
yeah, for whatever reason, she has a purple one.
Oh, that's convenient. Too bad, since it's integral to the plot, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to take it from her.
Could grab her purple balls.
All right, episode number 2 is completed. Time for more filler. You guys like filler? Your anime filler?
You know, I'm surprised it doesn't have that thing where it's like when you complete a certain section of the story, it shows like a title card, like episode 2 is over, and then episode 3, the next part.
Find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Kind of in the next episode of Super China Boy.
Super Chinese World is the name of the Japanese version.
Yeah, super. On the next episode of Super Chinese World.
I want to go where everybody knows your name. So we picked up the Shark Cruiser from Funky Kong, or Dr. Justice. So this lets us go on all the water, not just those shallow bits.
It hovers.
I think he advertised it as going as fast as like, was it 400 miles an hour?
Or a speeding bullet.
I don't know.
But is it more powerful than a locomotive?
So we're skipping all the battles. We're going to bigger and better lands. Oh, that's the bull. So this bull would have been nice early on.
Ears are mad.
The bull behaves exactly like those skelema things, whatever you called them. Same
those?
attack. No, the skeleton knights.
Oh,
You called them something else. They said it was
the
cooler.
Skullmarai.
Skullmarai, yeah. And in case you didn't know which way to go, the game just puts a bunch of rocks in the shape of an arrow. Oh, this is good.
Oh, really? I did not notice that.
So this is actually a really good fight,
Woodman's
Because-
gonna sue.
which I'm just gonna cheese.
Don't worry, Mega Man will handle him.
So this lobster-looking enemy with the claws gives you 700 experience.
Just eat all those stars to the face.
Oh, shiz. I didn't save it. Alright, 1400, that's still good. That should be 18. No, it's not. I know nothing. Who are you gonna sue?
18. It would have been 18 if you managed to successfully hit that.
Wait, Woodman gonna sue?
I think one of the enemies looked like a Woodman. That's a... You know, I don't think I ever saw that enemy during your speedruns.
The shark... Oh, the swordfish?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, I got two of them.
He got two!
He got two!
Ah.
4, 5, 6, 7.
7. What a lucky number to be hit by with those 7 stars.
Okay, that's good. That's 2100. And we're getting M's.
Double
Damn.
M. Nice.
What's going on?
M good.
Campbell's soup. Good.
Never had that. Oh, look at that.
Okay, take what the game gives you. That's the rule.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
No, you don't. Absolutely don't.
It just means don't let the horse's potentially bad-looking mouth turn you away from a good horse. Even though dental hygiene is quite important.
Oh, money. Money.
Wow, double.
Money everywhere.
No whammies.
I'm level 19.
Damn. That's pretty fast.
Take what the game gives you.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Absolutely not. This might change a few things later on.
Ah!
I have never gotten this many lobsters in a run before.
Lobsters, or do you prefer crabs? Wait, wouldn't they be hermit crabs because of the shell on their head?
I don't think I got that in time. Oh, I did. Okay, cool.
God damn.
Alright, so now we're in the jungle. The mighty jungle. The lion sleeps tonight.
Boogie. That's a dopey enemy on the
pterodactyl. It's a jungle man on pterodactyl.
The P is silent.
The pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl. The pituitary dactyl.
You don't call it the pituitary gland. Wait, no, there's an I in front of it, isn't there?
Pituitary?
No, we don't want the
hey.
bulls. We don't want the bulls.
That's a load of bull.
That's a load of bull. It's a load of Chicago bull. I'm not from Chicago.
Oh, wait. Now we're on some farmland because all the dirt is tilted.
The agriculture. Alright, so we're going over here. So we're gonna get something that'll help us quite a lot. It's the repel.
Essentially the repel.
The game's repel. Think Pokemon, it repels enemies that are lower level than you, but not the same level.
Than you.
Has to be lower.
So only quality enemies.
Only the finest.
So basically those are rookie levels. Get on my level.
Yeah, you gotta be the champion. And then ultimate and then
you gotta
mega.
be worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
It only works in the overworld though. Wow, this wise man is drooling. What are you drooling at, man?
Alright. So we got that.
Let's get out of there.
Let's get out of there. Let's go to the town.
No, when you're walking down, it looks like you're just shuffling the shoe left and right.
Mm-hmm.
And not really walking. Oh yeah, so he eats the meat bun beforehand just to full heal without needing to go to the inn.
Yeah.
Saves a little bit of time.
A little bit of time save there. So we'll only be picking up 3 things. We're picking up the sweetened meat buns, refilling those, and then all the dragon eggs. Because we're about to use the heck out of them.
And remember, armor does nothing against the bosses.
Which, on one hand, that's kind of good, but at the same time, it's kind of disappointing. 670 till the next level up. Oh yeah, if you go to the inn, it tells you the XP, which is kind of weird. Can you actually check for it?
That's the only way to check for it, actually.
Ah, Les, let me check you out. You look like you could use this much XP to grow. Who does he think he is, Rita Repulsa?
Okay, here's the good enemy.
Or the enemy that Safety Man wants.
I just wanted to fight this guy so I can get to level 20.
What was the equivalent of this enemy? The Skullmarise?
No, it's the those coyote-looking things. Oh, I need more experience. I need one more battle for the level up. I'll just fight whatever I see.
It got you closer.
It did.
No way it's gonna be another skull.
I wouldn't even. I generally wouldn't even fight this, but just give me the level up. Oh right, he can drown. I don't want that. I should have thought. It doesn't count. So if an enemy drowns, the only way for an enemy to count, it has to explode. It doesn't count towards the level completing or the encounter. Okay, there's 20. Let's use that repel. It's called Serenitech. You know, things have interesting names.
If Serenitech is an actual word for something, please let us know in the comments.
Comments? This isn't. We're not on YouTube. This is Twitch.
There's a chat box. That's technically a comment box.
Yeah, I suppose.
People comment with it.
Alright, so enjoy a full loop of this music.
So peaceful and triumphant. For a second there, I thought it bugged.
Bugged? Oh, because of the pause? Alright, so we have to do these 3 caves because we need to see, so right now that town that we just visited, Acadia Town,
Not Arcadia, from Final Fantasy 1. Oh, I know, that was was it Corneria?
Corneria's Star Fox.
No. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, from 8-Bit Theater.
Oh, okay.
They call the first town Corneria. That's what I thought too. I was like, isn't that from Star Fox?
So if we talk to that town's royalty, they would have told us that,
The town's royalty. They have no kingdom.
well, that's the jank jump. Sometimes that jump, you'll just jump and then
Slip
implant yourself onto the spikes.
from the top side.
Oh. So that gong means Serenitech is out, we gotta reapply it.
Or
Reapply it head on.
directly to his forehead. That's why he wears the headband.
Don't all ninjas wear headbands?
No.
Most of them do.
Only the subtle ones don't. I mean, if all ninjas wore headbands, then they might as well have the words, "Hey, look, I'm a ninja. Believe it."
Oh god. The
Good
dub.
ninjas don't. Good ninjas don't dress like ninjas.
Or have like pink colored hair.
Oh, jeez. I don't know. In today's fashion, you could probably pass for a civilian like that.
In today's fashion, maybe. I'm thinking Ayane from Dead or Alive.
Oh, the purple hair. Why'd you say pink? Did you say pink?
I said pink, whatever. It's along the same. Pink is just a shade of purple.
No.
Or a tint
No,
of purple.
purple's blue and red. Pink's light colored red.
Whatever, it's the same. Same to me.
No, you're colorblind.
It's like, you remember that dress? Is this dress blue and black or white and gold?
Oh no, why would you do that?
Why would I bring that up? I don't know. That Gordo there, that spike, is a one-shot. It kills you in one hit.
Isn't it like the one enemy from Super Mario World? The one in the
urchin?
The urchin, yeah.
So, what the game wants you to do is that it wants you to go back to Yokan, the first city, and talk to No Trudamus. He's going to give you an ability called the Micro Ninja, which lets us walk under those spikes. It turns us into, like, really small.
And is advertised by the Micro Machines guy.
But we have dragon eggs, so what do we need? And of course, Death doesn't need water to fly his boat.
It's
Is that
death-defying.
Death-defying. Sarah
Oh, no,
UX would be
that dress
proud.
they said.
Sarah UX would be proud of that pun, maybe.
No, that was perfect, right?
You know, you have that one friend that doesn't stop making puns. We got one of those.
We both know one. Oh, you thought our puns are bad. Just wait till you see the others.
So I didn't explain the lore. So the royalty in the first town wants his blue aura ball back, and it was stolen from this group called the Pitts Gang. And the Pitts Gang are hiding in a tower south of Acadia Town. And so that tower is barred off in stone. You can't access it. So the guy we saw, his name's Dr. Archio. I think it's a play on like archaeologist. He's got the tools to bust a hole into this tower.
Puns.
Puns? What about puns?
The archaeologist, his name is like...
Archeo?
Yeah. Is it a pun or just like...
So this is the tower. If we didn't see him, there would not be an entrance here. So he's gonna make...
He could have just hidden the tower too, but I guess then it's like, hey, we need to find someone to make that tiny hole.
Yeah, so help us out, bust this hole through.
And as long as the...
Oh look, it's...
not lore crazy.
This tower looks exactly the same as the other towers.
Except rearranged. This is like those RPG Maker games.
Yeah, pretty much.
You are that one friend in your circle.
Oh, you're that friend that makes puns. Well, let's have one. We need to. There's gonna be an opportunity in the stream for a pun. I'm sure of it.
It will be punishable.
Stop.
Hey, you brought it up.
I know I did. Alright, so in this tower, there's not much that's worth it. Worth fighting,
Yes, everything
that is.
here is worthless, and Serenitech cannot be used indoors.
Indoors. Does not work indoors.
Why that is the case, we don't know. I don't think I ever saw that UFO. I don't remember that UFO enemy.
The UFO is like the symbol bee, or the ghost.
Keep beating you to the punch. That was the worst one.
Oh man, it begins.
It begins. It starts. Push
Alright.
the button on the pun mode. Oh no, it's Pyramidas.
Is that the Gold Ranger?
Yeah, that's the Gold Ranger. The punchline.
You know, I saw some. I was watching the marathon earlier. I remember one streamer said ban this guy, and someone did. I'm like, uh-oh, I don't want to do that. Don't ban him. It's fine. I did this to myself. This is self-inflicted.
It was all because of his banter on puns.
When your co-commentator is worse than chat. Alright. So the Pitts gang Pitts gang are just hide up in this tower. We're gonna there they are.
Too bad they're not the Pitts bandit.
There's actually 4 of them.
Oh yeah, the 4 houses.
Is that how it works?
I
So
don't
this
know.
is Tango Man. He's very tango.
He's gonna become Tangy Man. Starring Tango Man.
Starring these throwing stars.
These shooting stars make a wish that they wish this would be.
Wait, that guy disappeared. I didn't plan for that.
No one is worse than you guys. Cannot pun if you're unconscious. No pun, no fun. You can't spell frustration without fun.
Nothing says intimidation by naming yourself Straw Bear.
Unless you're allergic to strawberries.
I think strawberries is one of the most allergenic foods, from what I remember.
I thought banana was a thing, because doctors will test it out on babies to see if you're allergic to bananas. And I'm like, really? Because apparently, being allergic
are bananas,
bananas
do bananas cause anaphylaxis? I don't remember. I know peanuts is the big one.
Nuts. You're gonna love my nuts.
Oh look, we have a key. This is not Zelda at all.
Oh look, the chest didn't actually open, but it did.
I mean, we closed it. We got manners. We gotta,
yeah, that's true.
You open the chest and you close it. We're not Link. Just leaves the chest open. We clean up after.
To let you know that he took the stuff from the chest. If he could, he would leave a calling card.
Yeah.
And a link to his site.
Us ninjas, we clean up after ourselves.
Remember to right-click in the save link.
Oh, the send link or save link?
There, the save link one. That joke went over my head when it was like there was announcements like, "Hey, Link is gonna be gone from whatever," and then someone did a right-click and then there's the save link. Totally went over my head until.
There's also send link.
Later.
You know when you right-click send
when
link?
Zelda's in trouble.
When Zelda's in trouble, you right-click send link. Man, we're going through all the memes today.
I hope you guys are all enjoying it. I'm surprised the number people are still watching.
You gotta have some conversation to get out of this to fill the background. There's so much downtime here. I'm just kind of walking through this tower.
It's either silent as a ninja because ninjas don't talk, or it's like you have something to bounce off of.
That was a bot command.
I know.
Was that made up right just now?
I don't know.
Was that made just for me? Probably not.
All for you. Well, they wouldn't have botched it.
I'm happy you're enjoying it.
Well, good, because we probably do this on our own time.
Yeah.
Not nearly as much as the 2 people we know, but
oh god,
you know, it'll be there. Oh my god, this spiraling stair. Where's the slide?
There's no elevator either. Okay, so these 2 fights here, we're actually gonna use our Mighty Balls and our Ninja Cyclones because this guy has the worst hitbox in the game. So we're actually gonna use Mighty Ball. So we don't get invincible until we punch this, and when we do, we get these 2 extra hitboxes. We get these 2 hitboxes.
Using the ninja stars.
So that's 1, and this is Korin.
Sent the other last guy into the starry night sky.
With that perfect jump.
You just T-posing.
Nice T-posing.
Trying to show this dominance, and now he'll T-pose all the way to the moon.
He almost lured me into the spikes. I would have been mad.
T-pose for trap.
Alright, so there you go, the Pitts gang dead. Here's one thing that's really weird. The story doesn't progress until you grab both of these items. It's very weird. If I were to leave one of those items and I talk to royalty, yeah, the flags don't get set. Okay, so we're good. We need to get out of here. And what's the fastest way to get out of here? By letting Mr. Pterodactyl here drop his spears of death.
Or if you remember the quote from the Zelda CDI game, "You must die."
Oh, are we alive? There we go. Don't juggle us, please. Thank you.
Okay, juggles. Appreciated. This game is really interesting to you. It's on the Super Nintendo by Culture Brain called Super Ninja Boy.
Alright, so here's royalty. We're looking for balls.
The Aura Ball. Oh, there's the blue.
Yeah, the blue one. What colors do we have? I don't know. We got red, blue, green, purple, yellow.
They're gonna get all the marbles.
The marbles. Welcome to die. Magneto.
No.
Welcome to die.
No. It's you dare bring light to my lair? You must die.
Alright, so that's what, episode 3 down? Dang. We're just cruising right along. So episode 3 is done. We're on episode 4, the beach episode. Or not really.
Sandy beaches and garden hose.
We're gonna be going to Atlantis. We're going to Atlantis right now. Underwater city. So this underwater city is you'll hear this you'll hear this theme a lot. It's being terrorized by a giant undersea monster. Very scary.
Couldn't they get Aquaman to deal with this?
No, they need ninjas. Ninjas solve everything.
Of course.
So here we are. Yeah.
Batman, right? Batman's a ninja.
Kinda. So this city is called Moo. I'm not actually exaggerating. M-O-O.
Oh.
You know,
not the city of Mu, like from Illusion of Gaia, which is for those who played it, it is the pinnacle of how difficult that game can get before it dials down the not killer difficulty, but the difficulty.
So in order to get to this undersea monster, we need something that'll let us go under the sea. Under the sea.
Under the sea. Down where it's green. I don't think I ever remember seeing that enemy either. When you speedrun, you miss so much in this game.
Yeah, I mean, that's what speedrunners do. They skip everything. So when we need a new vehicle, where do we go? Go to Funky Kong.
Or Funky Ram.
Funky Goat. He's a goat. So we have repels active. The
only thing that speedrunners cannot skip is playing the game.
I mean, if there's a credits warp in this game, I don't know it yet.
Can you imagine that? Just be like, hey, I have the fastest speedrun for this game. Oh, how did you have it? I just skipped playing the game. See, I beat it.
You know, I watched an any percent speedrun of this game's sequel, or this game's prequel. I think it was by a user called Ping. Is it by a user Ping as usual?
Ping as usual.
No, I remember he had. There's like a glitch in that game that lets you just walk through walls.
Oh.
And then the speedrun is the any percent speedrun is literally get lucky and hope you can kill the boss before he kills you. Oh shit! I used the wrong thing.
Snooping as usual. that line in meme is just so wow, internet.
All right, submarine get. And now we're going to the sea, the depths. Oh look, it's just another cave colored blue.
Down to the depths of the ocean.
Did you see the starfish before?
I don't remember.
Jeez, have you even watched me play this?
Yeah, but
no, yeah, I don't fight. Yeah. Take what the game gives you.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember. No, I remember this one. We saw it like an hour earlier. Or 30 minutes ago.
Has it been that long?
Oh, it's hard to tell, especially when you're playing a game and time flies, like those ninja stars. Oh yeah, they can block and have the stars go through.
By block, they just kind of lift. They kind of go into a pose and then attacks just go through them. That's weird. Oh, that's a 0 frame encounter. That's 0 frames.
Oh look!
And a good one.
They were sending in reinforcements and they just arrived. I always preferred the seeing the enemies on the overworld map and avoid or intentionally fight them.
What was the first game to do that?
It's not Final Fantasy, I'll tell you that.
I think the first game I saw do that was Okami.
What? No, I would say Super Mario.
Oh no, it's
RPG.
probably. I mean, oh man,
for me.
I hate to say it, but I hate to say it, but I haven't played RPG.
That's it. You're disappointed.
Oh look, puns in the chat. Let's go.
What's Jeff's favorite sports? Billiards. Dang, counter spawning worse than Breath of Fire 2. Shoot. Didn't Breath of Fire have overworld?
I'm not gonna get this.
Not overworld encounter. I meant like you can see the enemies on the overworld. I remember there was another Super Nintendo game that did that where you can see the enemies. Oh, I guess if you want to count Final Fantasy Mystic Quest.
You'd have to render the enemies then.
Well, yeah, just take the sprites.
Yeah, then you have to animate them on this. You have to write AI that moves them. How much memory does that take? How many enemies can you fit onto a screen?
No, you could also just have them just run around randomly.
They did that to Pokemon, didn't they? The newest Pokemon? You can like see the enemies.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed.
Chat's,
Oh, no.
chat's listing off RPGs I haven't played. This is not a good look.
Nah, maybe did I have his Chrono Trigger and see that? Oh, right. Chrono Trigger.
Oh man, the boat
Overrated
is
game
literally right there.
that is mostly well deserved. I cannot deny it. I cannot deny it. It is a quality game. However, I like the combat in Super Mario RPG better.
Oh, I killed it. Dang.
For a moment there, I was like, oh, like I knew it was a fool's hope to expect you to be able to kill that last one, but I was like, oh, for a second.
Holy,
maybe.
it's the monster. His scales are so hard that we can't attack it. Monstro?
What is this gonna be, King Heart? And then you talk to Old Man Sonic.
Does he look like Sonic? I don't know. He has an urchin face.
Newer Dragon Quest games are like that. I have not played any of the Dragon Quest game except for Dragon Quest Monster.
Oh shit.
Chrono Trigger did it first, you think? I don't know. Chrono Trigger came like... Was it earlier or late in the Super Nintendo? I think probably like early to mid.
I think I would say early, because like, I think they only used Mode 7 for that clock thing, right? In the beginning?
Oh, in the you know, for the racing and for the
oh yeah, the
time
racing.
traveling. If there's one thing I can agree with on the Chrono Trigger, is that the music is it's up there. It's
Yeah, it's up there. Definitely up there. Oh no.
Your face predates.
Oh no. We're going to your face jokes now.
Oh my god. Romancing Saga 2 predates Chrono Trigger. Your face predates Chrono Trigger. Which is not wrong.
It's not wrong.
You can't really say much about that. Well, yeah, so is your face.
My face has been around for quite a while.
It's awfully hard for you to go back to a game with random encounters after playing Dragon Quest 7 with visible encounters. Such a good quality of life. They had invisible encounters because of rendering.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, just... They're maybe RPG and stuff.
If you're wondering why I'm doing these again, so basically the whaleman rescues us. Quote-unquote rescues. He basically tells us to, we need equipment. We need some equipment. There's a scroll.
Equip some quips.
There's a scroll in this place called Ghouland that we need to get.
If you guys scroll up the chat, you'll see text from a couple of minutes ago.
Oh, here's a jank jump again. Oh, we missed it.
You ever saw that
Which one?
Mouse?
Yes, I saw it just recently. I think it was on Twitter or something.
I was like,
please no.
That's pretty dope.
I don't like how Raichu gets no love. The only love Raichu gets is in a Alolan form. That's like the most Raichu's ever been loved.
Because you like the big, fat, heavy ones, right?
I mean, Raichu's just better than Pikachu. I'm sorry.
Are there anybody in chat that's gonna blow up at the no? Pikachu is so much better.
Pikachu is literally everywhere.
Did you know originally the mascot for Pokemon Red and Blue was supposed to be a Clefairy, but people liked Pikachu more, so that's why he was the mascot?
I thought the mascot for Red and Blue was Blastoise and Charizard.
Well, for like the bunny thing.
Oh crap, grab the wall.
How do you know Ninja's drunk? He'll kill both of you. Oh,
Baldur's Gate?
Encounter both of them in the ice window. Oh, yeah. I've never played it, but thinking about it, yeah, those Western RPGs where you can, well, then again, it's not really like a turn-based battle or something like that. It's active. Actually, Dungeon Siege also comes to mind. Does new Dragon Quest 7 handle visible encounters the same way Dragon Quest 9 does, where they just spawn a shitload of enemies? Sorry, where they spawn a ton of enemies. Do they practically unavoidable until you're the right level? I'm just gonna say that I meant no offense, just a good overview. Oh, I hate that. Like I heard in Pokemon like White and Black, it's like it caps your level if you like.
Caps?
Like,
I thought the only cap your level was that Pokemon don't obey you. Until you get like a gym.
Too, but it was like it caps your level grinding, so you like until you beat the next gym, you don't get any XP or something like that.
Is that really how it works? That's crazy.
I have not played anything past Ruby and Sapphire because I got bored of the Pokemon series. Sorry, but I did get back.
Apologize
to Pokemon,
in advance before you offend the Pokemon diehard fans.
Oh no! Well, we talked about Pikachu. Now we're gonna get into the.
Yeah, I already pissed off all the Pikachu fans. Exactly. All the Raichu fans are loving me.
You gained all the Raichu.
The Raichu fans, which I don't think there's that many.
He liked the Raichu all the way.
Holy crap! It's a Gundam.
It's a Megazord.
It's a sword and it's mega.
Little RPG, go play with Divinity Original Sin 2, the final portion of that game, kind of dry. I really wanted to like Divinity Original Sin, but
so kind of disappointed.
Class wrong. It's not. When you build your class wrong, or you start off with like I played a ranger, and it was not that enjoyable. I was kind of disappointed because I really wanted to play it.
Speaking of disappointed, kind of disappointing thing is you don't get to fight in that thing. It's only a vessel for transportation.
Hey Zordon, why can't we summon the Mazer to crush your enemies? No,
it's cheating.
Dishonorable.
That's cheating.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much the only reason.
You know how easy this game would be if we could stomp on everything?
Or, blast the moon. Or actually, if, like, Zordon shattered. Because there was this thing in Power Rangers in Space where Zordon's like, oh, all the bad guys are gonna, like, screw over Earth. Quick, Red Space Ranger, shatter me. My goodness, we'll cover the entire galaxy. And, like, when he did that, all the bad guys were gone. It was like, wait, you couldn't have done this earlier? His Zordon's essence was so good that just like the screen right now, it just like cured all the bad guys. And it was like, if he had done this like earlier, there would be no Power Rangers.
It's like, the plot hole where it's like, if he doesn't do it, then we don't have, or if we don't do it, then we don't have a show. We don't have a show. There has to be
the horror movies. You gotta have those idiots that are just like, hey guys, let's explore this clearly dangerous area. It's like, why would we want to do that? Do you want a movie or not? Okay. Conjure is the way to grow. Even though they tell you to not rush to the issue. Also, Divinity Original Sin, that ship part, every time I start a new character, the few times I played it, I was like, oh, I gotta go through the ship again. It's like, this, I get it, but that early part was just really, And then I got to the prison area, and I'm like, I don't know, this is actually kind of slow. And I do like the action point stuff from like Fallout 1 and 2, but I don't know, in Divinity Original Sin 2, just, I don't know, if for some reason it felt really limiting. Really excellent name for a giant robot. Big Bot.
Hey, how do you know his name was Big Bot? Good catch. I didn't even mention its name. It's a bot and it's big. It's Big Bot.
That's also the name of Optimus Primal in the Beast Wars show when Cheetor calls him. It's Big Bot. Big Bottom. Every single time, it's a very slow experience. Yeah, I was so disappointed when I got it. It sounds so good on paper, though.
So here we are, the Ultimate Scroll, which its sole purpose is to tell us what to do, which is go to Horizon Gate and see Rick.
So what you're telling me is you found the script to this game.
So Ancient Prophecies, it just tells you to go to another city.
The Ancient Prophecy is a script. Can't play the
it's a plot device.
Sin 2 without wanting to telekinesis and gold chest containing the weight of a black hole to everybody. On impression. In this oh, and then there's like now, a game that has a lot of content is great, but when it has way too many options, it's just a little overwhelming, because then it's like, I don't know, like, oh wait, I can do this, oh, I can do that, I can do this, I can do that. It's like, please just simplify it. This is why I kind of don't play magic users in D&D. They have so many spells. Although it's not that complicated, but it's like, dang, you gotta keep track of all these things.
Okay, so we just did that mini game where we had to make his face. It's not random. It may look random, but it's not. Every 4 ticks is his face.
Make your face.
And then he's gonna give us the treasure of the city. Can you imagine getting the keys to the city by just playing a mini game? You know when you go to like those your carnival?
The key to the city.
It's like you have a key to the city.
Oh,
Alright.
that reminds me of those contests where it's like, hey, there's 10 keys on the table. One of them will actually open the car.
Oh my gosh, there's a game like that in this game too.
Oh,
In fact,
no. Oh no.
In fact,
Speaking of which,
the best way to beat this game is actually not doing any of this. Well, actually doing some of this, but like, there's a punch in this game called the Hypno Blow that literally kills everything in one hit.
the Hypno Blow. I'm gonna hypnotize you and then.
Race cut? It probably is. I'll tell you that right now.
And that town sprite on the map really does look like it's ripped from Final Fantasy IV.
It probably is. Alright, so
Diablo 2 Druid over D&D Druid. Oh my god, D&D Druid. I looked at them and I was like, this seems too complicated for me. I play a paladin.
So right now, this is the point of the run where if you guys want to take a break, grab a coffee, go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
Now's the time to do it.
Right now.
Yeah, we're grinding just to make the experience more fluid once we get to the level we need.
But not your watching experience.
So these water tiles here, they're actually tied to the final enemies in the game. So all these enemies we're seeing right now, the first time we're seeing them, they're actually the strongest enemies in the game. And they give you 1,000 experience every time you beat one of them.
Yeah, so it's basically going into the high-level areas before you're supposed to be there and get the XP, but only because you can cheese it. Played a revival of Necro in Diablo 2. I never played Diablo 2, but that game was so popular that even people who don't own PCs knew about it. Well, let's see how big I can get my herd of cows. Oh, and that was also another thing, the cows, the zombie cows. Every time I saw someone play it, zombie cows. I'm like, this game's all about fighting cows? Like, what's up with that? And until I learned later, it's like, oh, they drop really good stuff if you fight there. But it was also a game where it's like, oh my god, watch out, Diablo 2 has viruses. It'll summon the Diablo. I don't know, back then it was, computers were new and viruses were sketchy. For reals. Ryan begin. You played me all. Druid main. Your bro was a necro and necromancer and paladin. Hell, was the major grind spot. Eat more chicken.
More chicken?
This isn't Castlevania or the Fort Chicken. Or are we quoting the what was it, Weird Al song, the Eat It? Have some more chicken, have some more fries, it doesn't matter.
Oh god, the Weird Al song?
Yeah, because I was like, it's based on the Michael Jackson song, like,
The bovine plague was real?
Final Fantasy 1 has the Peninsula of Power, this has the Rocks of Power. Hey, you gotta rock the enemies. Play the sorcerer for PvP, the poor man's PvP class. Oh man, sorcerers in D&D was also like, oh, so much. I played a wizard one time. It was fun when the spells weren't like so overwhelming. Oh yeah, that's it. Just eat it.
Just
so was the Michael Jackson one the Just Beat It?
Just beat it, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
So for those wondering, we're grinding for level 27. Level 27 is where we want to be.
Amazon for PvP. Oh, you mean the Amazon class, not like if you had money you paid Amazon for PvP. Like I'm like, why would you pay Amazon for PvP? Oh, you meant the class. Isn't that just barbarian?
No, he has an angry face when he did that. He was frowning. He turned that smile upside down.
Upside down.
Well, he turned the smile upside down.
So you wouldn't put it past him on a release? I mean, Diablo 2 has like, it was released recently, the remaster of it. It's like, oh, cool. Too bad I don't have time to. Or I don't know how many of you have time to play the video games without planning a schedule with it. Everything's got to be scheduled.
Just you gotta schedule time when you're playing like those, you know, those 70-hour marathon RPGs like Persona.
Oh.
I tried to get the Hadoken sprite. Oh, good, we're level 27. Let's go. Time to continue this anime. All right, I'm still in the water tiles. I forgot.
And you're gonna fight the baseball crew.
The baseball and the chicken.
Sam,
Toucan Sam.
And the Charging Chuck's cousin.
You guys, he's like thinner than Charging. It's like Charging Chuck without the weight.
Yeah, Charging Chuck's cousin.
Okay, cousin, fine. I find it sad that you can only do... In Mario Odyssey, you only had like very few opportunities to play as Charging Chuck.
It was limited, but they wanted you to play more Mario because it is a Mario game. Diablo 2 had that weird real money auction house at one point. I mean, if it's like an MMO-ish at any point, there's always going to be some kind of auction house. I mean, y'all remember RuneScape, right? It's still going. You best tales of Arise, though. Charging Chuck's thinner cousin, Field Gold.
Field Gold. That's a good one. That's actually a good pun. Props to you. I don't know if you actually came up with that.
5 and strike is nowhere near beating it.
Oh look, we're back here again. Don't you just love it when the game sends you to the same place? You know in Uncharted when you go above everything?
I hated that in Final Fantasy 1. I played the remake. They had you go into this one dungeon, and I was basically struggling to even like stay alive and get into that dungeon. I beat the vampire that the king sent me to go fight, or some major boss or whatever, like some mummy or undead thing. I go back to the kingdom, and you know what the king tells me to do? Go back to that dungeon where you almost died. And I was like, I quit.
I just rage quit the game.
Because I was not having fun with Final Fantasy. Because you know what? That game is just... The accuracy is rigged. If you are destined to miss, you'll just miss. Doesn't matter what you did. You're just going to miss. And I found this out because this was back then when you just used emulators and save state the hell out of games. So I would test the accuracy using the save state, because if it was truly like a roulette aiming system, then at some point during my reloading the save state, I will actually hit the thing. It never happened. I had to play a few turns before my character can actually hit. And to prove this point, I also played Zoid's Legacy, where it shows you the percentage of if you'll hit. I did the save state trick to check the see if it actually does the accuracy stuff. And on like a 20%, it actually hits on a 20%. And other times it would miss. Persona 5 Royal or normal version, because Royal adds another chapter. Oh wow, the credits! If Final Fantasy S is pretty rough. Final Fantasy had like tons of force encounters when you get near treasure chests.
Oh, I want
Just the
miserable.
regular, no Royal version. Just stick to the base game nowadays. Oh, time for Hypervision. PSA had a...
Oh, he went invisible real early, dang.
Man, gotta balance out that good luck, right?
Yeah, I said it was gonna come back to haunt us.
And
So,
this is where it does, usually.
So magic number here is 70.
Second account.
Magic number
Speed
here.
run was about 19.
19 hours? Damn.
Like, that's the fastest. Man, I don't know about you, and no disrespect to all those people that run those really long games, but damn, who's gonna sit there to watch?
You gotta have the Breath of the Wild 32-hour marathon, 100%.
Because it's like, to me, to a speedrun, you watch it and you're wowed by it, and then it's like, yeah, that was a fast game. Not be like, is it over? Because if that question pops up, it's like, I feel like it's not a speedrun after that. But that's just me. But then again, it's more like you have to have like experience with the RPG game, right? Like, man, it took me like 120 hours to beat this, and then you see someone beat it in 20 hours. Like, okay, dang, that's fast.
20 hours is fast.
You know, compared to 120.
Yeah.
That's 6 times faster. It's like, damn. Spike Tile was their way of making trapped treasure chests without making trapped treasure chests. Pixel Remaster got rid of the Spike Tile and just has trapped treasures. You gotta get that. Dreadful shame. If you find royal and sale for cheap, it's worth it.
What does this guy look like to you? It looks like Goro. Goro with a half...
Goro mixed with a serpent.
Serpent. Snivy. Or... No. What's the... Servine or something? I forgot the fully evolved form.
Serpentina?
Ceravine or something like that.
Serpentine or something.
It's a snake. It's a snake.
Lost all its arms.
Oh look, it's dead. We made it went invisible again.
Permanently.
Hey look, new tiles. Dang, we're in the sunken ship now.
I usually tune out and do something else when a game pops up with an 8-hour estimate time. Sorry, I can't type. I space out of games longer than 20 minutes. I think we call that like a short attention span. No offense.
You know, surprisingly, I have a really short attention span as well. The only reason I speedrun this because I played this game as a kid growing up, and I struggled. I struggled the hell out of it, man. This game doesn't. The breadcrumbs this game leaves you are like cryptic as heck.
And by breadcrumbs, you mean like stale, moldy crumbs.
Hey, if I wasn't speedrunning, we'd be going to like the same areas 4 or 5 times. Like before we even get Big Bot, we're supposed to go to Slowpo again, the guy that gave us the rappel. Do that same challenge, loop back around, and do those 3 caves again. Oh, remember when I said we were doing puns? This boss has a very punny name. I'll tell you that right now.
Gary Garrigan.
I didn't have to heal there.
Forearm serpent lady.
This is General Bismal the Shark.
Generals and advisors in Dante's Inferno. Oh, okay. Thinking I love those long con games I can't sit through. And
this is
Nick just wants a high five, and enemy has appeared. All in the chat for nearly a 3-hour speed run.
This is General Bismal the Shark attacking us with Pepto Dash. That's how you know this game was designed by Americans with heartburns. What's it? Heartburns, something, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. Heartburn, nausea, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. Attacking us with the Pepto Dash. That is a very interesting pun they used.
But yeah,
okay, I'll tell you right now, the magic of Scheherazade, in that desert, the leader of that desert is actually Princess Scheherazade. It's the same company.
Sahara?
From one of Culture Brain's games.
Oh.
Someone brought that to light to me, that the same character is actually in the game. Or one of their characters.
This is like the MCU of Culture Brain games.
Oh man, we're getting paralyzed. Look at me, I'm stone. I've become a rock type. You know when Kirby does the down B in the air? I'm like stone now.
Or Y attack if you play Superstar.
Kirby's only attack.
Oh, God. What Kirby ability, if you played any Kirby games, what's the most unfun ability to play with?
No ability.
Well,
oh no, the sleeping ability, because you just go to sleep.
Okay, but that's obvious. That's obvious. But when like functionally you can use, but it's like just boring, not fun. Stone was there. There was another one.
Could you imagine if Streets of Rage became an RPG? I don't think I'd like it, but I'd appreciate that battle style.
Yeah, Streets of Rage 4 during the fight scenes.
Yeah. They had a trailer for the new TMNT. Oh, my partner is paralyzed, but I'm okay. I got a sword.
Yeah, going back to
swing it. Look, he's dead.
Going back to watching games, there are just some games that are fun to play,
like to experience, but it's not nearly as fun watching someone else play it, and that's kind of a shame.
Oh, that was a fast episode. We got the silver ball.
Silver balls.
Silver ball. Oh, nice.
We already got the blue balls.
So I have this item called the Magidor, which lets you get out of caves. If I were to use it here, it would take me outside the ship. So it's actually faster to just death warp.
Now,
Which is why we're
kill you fast enough.
Yeah. This is actually not a bad enemy to kill yourself with.
It's so easy. Even a child can do it.
Oh God, we're going there now. The Billy Mays meme. I was wondering when you were gonna bring that up. All right, the last anime arc of the game.
I mean, you brought up Slap Chop.
I did. I'm ashamed of myself. More mode 7. All right, so we gotta go to Computown, place where you comp you. Oh yeah, remember how this game has a lot of RNG? We're about to experience the game's potentially the worst of this game's RG can give us.
Potentially.
Right now. Potentially.
Oh yeah, and you can't just summon Big Bot from anywhere or land anywhere.
No,
Big
so
Bot
like
has to be a clear landing. Has to be enough for a Big Bot to exist.
Oh look, I was about to die. Time to use a Dragon Egg.
Although it would have just been automatic.
No, it would have been slower if I didn't use it. I use it.
Would have been automatic.
I use it to hide my lack of platforming ability. Oh, my first mistake? No, that was... I just walked off the freaking cliff.
I was like, what's his plan now? Trying to strategically use those Dragon eggs.
They drag on. I almost pressed up. If I pressed up, I would have done that, do that cave again.
Having gun for an airship sealed.
Alright, the subway.
Having a gun for an airship sealed. More JRPGs where battles are just Streets of Rage.
Alright,
talk. Safety Man do go through Mania Plus Arcade.
Oh, we're not nearly as good as the speedrunners, though. They destroy it.
Are the higher skilled players.
We're just a bunch of casuals in that game.
Fortunately, not filthy.
Alright, so one thing I that's good to mention is that because I'm level 28, these enemies here are also level 28. The rest of the enemies that appear in the subway are lower. And this is actually the best enemy because he gives you 800 experience.
Getting all the goods. It's the VIP badge. Oh,
I know.
that platform in this game looks so laggy and falls kill you. Oof. That's
All
where
right,
you get
that's,
the dragon eggs.
That's level 29, so we can't guaranteed not to fight anything. Let me take a sip of water. Stay hydrated, folks.
Wait, you can't get guaranteed?
Yeah.
That's the only enemy you're gonna be able to fight, right? Only?
28, but since I leveled up to 29, no more of him.
Unless
All
you
right.
don't have syringe check.
So in this town is being terrorized. Yeah, I said it again. By a bunch of clones that look exactly like us. If I were to talk to these NPCs, they all hate us because they're being attacked by our doppelgangers.
At least they don't try and destroy you.
At the very least, yeah.
Games like this is why I always tune into Retrothon and R Club. Hidden gems everywhere. Yeah, there's that one.
Yeah,
Or maybe,
definitely.
or maybe finding a game that you don't remember the name of, but you can see it here, and you're like, oh, there it is. I had a few games like that. Demolition Fist, Link's Awakening DX.
Okay, remember I said there's RNG? So this is RNG. RNG the game. So we're about to play cards with this BB Virgo fella. And
Virgo.
it's whoever draws the higher number, and we have to beat her 6 times before she beats us. Oh,
Oh god, she's drawing high.
I thought this game's gonna pay it all back. She's drawing 10s.
No.
So every time you lose this game, you just say goodbye to 30 seconds, and we're just about to lose.
Unless you can pull through.
Unless we make a Daigo comeback.
Do it.
Holy crap, we made the comeback. Daigo with a
God.
full parry.
Come on, Daigo. Do it, Daigo. Do it, safety man.
Alright.
but it's entertaining.
I was down at least like 5-2 or something.
People kind of want to play this game now. Oh,
How much was I down? Yo, doors are difficult. Okay, so
difficult are doors.
that game is actually required. If you don't beat her, the story doesn't progress. So basically, what she tells us is she tells us to go to Horizon Gate and see Rick, because he'll give us what we need to beat the clones.
It's one of those. I'll tell you something if you can beat me at this game. And you just spend like 36 filler episodes trying to just
Well, this is basically the filler arc, because we're just fetch questing right now.
fetch those quests.
Fetch quests. Fetch those requests. Send requests.
Name a good fetch quest.
Some fetch quests are fun.
It depends, as long as it's not overdone.
Especially if you get like a good item out of it.
Or the way you do it is fun. Like
Okay, so
the way you travel is really good.
So this time, instead of playing a little mini game with Rick, who's also in another Culture Brain game, I don't remember which, he tells us in order to earn this in order to earn this fire punch, we gotta beat him, and we're gonna play with honor. We're gonna be super honest, one-on-one fight, no holds barred. AKMs to take my throwing stars, and yeah.
Not just JK.
In the face, he's exploding. He's pissed. We just came into his. We just came into his.
Minutes ago, I was telling Safety Man where Rick was from.
Okay.
Even I forgot. Oh, I know where he was from. I just didn't remember the title.
Yeah, fight with honor. Pull out your throwing stars. He gave them to us. That's his fault. All right. So what the game wants us to do is head back to that town and fight the clones, which will
dishonorable.
Which will inevitably fail. It's doomed to fail. I went too far. So there's actually no flag that checks whether you fought them or not. So we can just go to what is it, Funky Goat, and pick up the Thunder Sword.
The Thunder
Sword. Thundercat Sword.
Thundercats. Oh.
It generates lightning like thunder. You know how thunder is just sound? Like, it's lightning like sound.
Yeah, it's because lightning takes too many letters. Such a hog.
But he used both of them. Fine, we'll heal.
I mean, going back to Pokemon, they didn't have enough space to put Lightning Punch, so it's just Thunder Punch.
Is that why? What's the longest Pokemon attack? Is it like Ancient Power? They had to put that as one word.
I think maybe. Holy crap, that really...
Hey look, they're saying the same things we are. What a great way to just emphasize that they're clones of us. Also, one of them is invisible. One of them is invisible. We're supposed to use hypervision, but I don't care. I'm cheating. Will we see the funny attack?
What? Which funny attack?
Oh, there it is. The long necks. Becomes...
Giraffes.
It becomes a giraffe. How do they get cool looking sprites? They get cooler looking sprites than you do.
Neck out for you.
Oh look, it looks like Homer Simpson.
Terminator.
It looks like Homer Simpson's skeleton.
It does, because it looks like a monkey.
Is Homer Simpson a monkey? Oh, he is, right?
Yeah, he's like a gorilla.
Yeah, that episode where they show the evolution of man.
Man, too bad there's no, oh, no.
Ugh, got a skull. Oh!
Too bad there's no character in Streets of Rage 4 where they just throw a bunch of items and one of them is just like a whole bunch of ninja stars.
There's one character that throws ninja stars.
Yeah, the shadows.
We're all just apes, correct. We're a bunch of Homo sapiens sapiens. I always found it funny that we're not Homo sapiens. We're Homo sapiens sapiens. Get it right.
Because you gotta say in it twice.
Shouts to my grade 6 history teacher. Or grade 6 teacher. Wouldn't stop bringing that point up. Oh look, it's the monkey. The gorilla.
It's Funky Kong. When he has no job.
How does Funky make money? You go to a shop and use all his crap for free. That's what I call a good deal.
Maybe they're just experimental and they're like, oh, hey, I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh, I forgot I'm playing a video game. I should explain the story. So we beat the clones, and now we gotta fight. We gotta take out the gang leader.
Clones.
The clones.
It's not the Clone Wars.
Star Wars. So.
Stairwares.
Now they're just giving us enemies that we need.
Alright, and now we're heading to this boss.
Bad news boss. A boss that calls himself a boss.
Who works out a lot and has a bat, which looks like a drumstick.
So, like I said, so this is the boss that... This is the boss that has a fairly high chance of killing us. He has a lot of attacks that do 30, and he uses them quite frequently, so we have to make sure our health is above 100. Because he also has paralysis move, which sucks if he paralyzes us and does a lot of damage. So we're under 100, we're gonna heal right now.
He's got 3 arms and an arm cannon. Wait, 3 arms? No, he just has weight on his back.
It's a barbell. I thought those were arms too, but it's just a barbell. He's like an arm cannon and a baseball bat. If you looked at his pre-boss quote dialogue, it's like he makes a bunch of baseball references. I think it's like you're gonna strike out, and then Jack's like, a home run's gonna end this ball game. Oh look, we're paralyzed.
It's a sports cat. This dude sure has a ton of stuff on his sprite.
Yeah, too bad it's just, they don't really move. It just shifts.
So we want...
Blast.
That's the attack we want to see. It does the least damage.
Yeah, where it just moves forward.
Yeah. It's like tackle attack. Oh boy.
Or like when you turn off all the attack animations in Pokemon, and it's just like, it does this.
I'm gonna heal anyway. I know I said I wasn't gonna, but I did. Oh boy, look at that damage, 30. Remember, Sweet Buns heal you 40, so it's like...
Ball game, well, considering where your character's repeatedly punching him.
Rocket punch.
For a low blow.
Spirit blast. Blast him with your spirit.
No,
oh, he's dead. Sweet.
That was pretty good.
He didn't troll me as much as he did last time. The boss can troll you. Gold ore ball. We have 7 Dragon Balls. Let's make a wish. I wished for the speedrun to be over. Kinda.
No. He wishes to get a new PB. Get a new peanut butter.
Peanut butter. Jelly. What?
I don't like that combo.
I don't like that combo either.
I don't know why it's so popular. It's just stupid.
Some people liked it. It's mostly the peanut butter I didn't like.
Oh, I like the peanut butter. The jelly... I'd rather the jelly be on, like, toast and not combined with the peanut butter. With the peanut butter, I'd rather just put sugar on it. Just have that nice crunch to it.
Also, we're gonna finish ahead of estimate. I'm just gonna let you guys know right now. We're on the final arc of the game. I want to get the next runner ready.
Yes, the next series of ninjas.
The luck of this run has been kind of insane, I gotta say. Why can't this happen on my stream?
It's been all set up for this until
it's all set up for the part where I guess ruin it all. Okay, so I'm in the overworld. You're probably wondering, why don't I use Big Bot? If I were to summon Big Bot, I can't land here. If I were to accidentally press the Y button on this controller, it'd be a very sad panda. Stolen nachos.
Well, you can still summon him, right? But it won't land.
I can't land on this area. Oh, these two guys here, they're in the first game. I don't remember what they do, but I remember seeing them in the first game.
One likes to monkey around and one likes to cat about.
Little ninja brothers.
Oh, make sure you keep it fit, Red Queen. No more filling, not even a beach episode. He went through the sandy beaches and Garden Hose.
Yeah, we did the underwater. It's like a beach, right?
Oh, but instead of just saying you're in Winterville, it's like he's refusing to sell you any. Yeah, pretty much. Give you the crossbow attack, the new sword.
And a new sword that looks exactly the same every time. Because there's only one sword sprite in this game. I mean, it looks exactly the same. The only thing different is there's a lightning effect and a fire effect.
Oh yeah, that's technically different. It's what happens when you don't know how to make good use of your sprites. Or maybe they just didn't care. It's more of the idea of the sword. These Robocops sure don't do much.
Oh,
ninja stars.
They have like a
that's
wind
why
up.
Miss Y's shadows have ninja stars instead of guns. They're like, hey, we saw Super Ninja. Boy,
Mr. Y has the guns.
Or Mr. Y, Mrs. Y. They work for the same company.
They're siblings. They're twins, actually. Alright, making our way through these sewers. We need to be level 33 before the final boss. Just putting that out there. Double damage, so let's fight everything along the way. But like I said, leveling up this 27 makes this part a lot more fluid. It's pretty much just fight whatever you see that's good and ignore the bad stuff.
Of course, you'd have to know what.
Oh, this guy's trolling me.
Keep throwing. Did that count?
Yeah, it counted.
Yeah.
As long as the red explosion is on screen, then it counts.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm going the wrong way.
Oh, more Robocops. Loading all their 3 prime directives. Serve the public trust, protect the innocent, uphold the law. Can you have some cheeseburgers?
Cheeseburgers.
No cheese, best. You have the happy looking of fried chicken. Is it
Oh,
fresh or
what
cold?
am I doing? I'm going the wrong way. Man, all these mazes look exactly the same. This is the same layout in one of the mazes in the beginning.
I was like, why are you going back?
Why didn't you correct me? Whatever, we got the good enemies, so it's not that big a deal.
We'll just say you were looking for more.
I was looking for treasure, yeah. I need more ink ribbon so I can save the game. Second time I got that sound glitch.
Man, I need to play Resident Evil remake again. That was a good remake.
It really was. Capcom's hitting it out of the park with these like new games.
I say that.
For everything but Street Fighter. I've been in that series.
Almost 100. Oh, but then again,
The world was
they
universally liked.
Some improvements.
Alright, so we're gonna go a little stroll. Everything in this section is lower level than us, so we're just gonna take a little break here, take a little breather. Oh, I got a question for the chat. Does anyone know how to say thank you in Japanese? In Japanese language, how do you say thank you? I need to know right now. It's actually really important for the run.
It's domo.
Okay.
Mr. ABC. Yeah, I'm gonna learn some Japanese.
The correct answer is sushi.
So you can get a
Sushi was just one of the choices. I remember when I was young, I didn't know Japanese. How am I supposed to know that? The first thing I picked was sushi.
There's your French fries. Well, for someone who was playing a cultured brain, he sure was uncultured at the time. But yeah, it made no sense to those who don't know. So
What?
I think you'd have to eventually like figure it out.
I wasn't exposed to enough anime to know that thank you is arigato.
I will say this, at least it makes sense.
Back then, the only anime that was on TV was Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon, Digimon. I never really watched the Pokemon like on TV.
No, Pokemon came out.
It was on a special channel that you needed cable for.
Pokemon came out later, though.
Really? Before, after Digimon?
Oh, I'm talking about Sailor Moon was the OG. At least for me. Alligator? Like an alligator?
A thank you gator?
Hey, launch us in the right direction. I'll take it.
Oh, hey, that worked out.
Oh, look, the music changed. It's scary for some reason. Same background and everything.
It's spooky.
Spooky. Oh, level
I wouldn't say
32?
it's scary. It's just kind of like menacing, calm. Oh, yeah, the money is backwards.
I didn't explain, so sometimes in these platforming sections, you'll see like a little item that pops out of those P-block things. So one of them looks like a bomb, which is basically, it gives you one boo bomb. Another one looks like a dumpling or a pot sticker. So that pot sticker heals some of your HP, but it's also one of the few ways the game heals your NPs, your ninja points, your magic abilities. Oh look, another sewer. More recycling.
Yeah, it just, everything looks the same.
Yeah, it's just one theme the whole game. And look at this little island with a dead end. It's like, why would you take those, why would you go up those stairs?
No, in case maybe there's a crack on the wall.
You know, I bet you there might not. There probably is. I never checked it out. There's gotta be a point behind it.
Or maybe it is a dead end, who knows? Or maybe a special enemy appears there.
Maybe.
But it's not vital to the run, so...
Yeah, we won't get to see it.
It goes into the paper shredder.
Oh look, it's this guy again.
Which you're going to turn them into a star. Here's a gold star. That's not gold.
Every game has a sewer level. Every game has a volcano.
Every game has an ice.
No,
sword.
every fighting game has a volcano, I swear. Street Fighter has
gotta
one,
be
Tekken has... You just gotta fight in a volcano. While it's erupting.
Does Killer Instinct have... No, not quite, but... They have that one level where you're over, like, molten lava.
Yeah, I mean,
And
that's...
technically, there was that mountain
I
level.
mean, there has to be a
Could've been
volcano, right? Where else do you find lava? In a volcano. Every game has a volcanic sewer. I mean, we were... We're in the first part, we were in some red cave. I think that's a volcano. Never erupted, though.
Or cooked you alive.
Volcanoes are like... They don't exist... Lava doesn't exist. Or... Lava isn't lava in video games. It's never
The way
actually
they
potent.
act.
Yeah. Like, you can't even go close to lava. Here it's like, I'm standing right next to it. It's not even cooking me.
Yeah, because of the invisible heat. You just get toast.
That's 4,000? Are we good to go? Is this 33? No, it's not. Not quite.
That was still a lot, though.
That's a lot. The thing about those cobras is that 3 of them spawn at a time here, so we can get quite a few experience. And you have to kill 3 of them, so we try to get the 4. The extra one.
All for leveling up.
Alright, what's better? Buy one, get one free, or 50% off? Or buy one, get one 50%? Shit.
Buy one, get one free, or buy one and get 50% off. Wouldn't it just be buy one, get one free? Because
Yeah, because I think
you still have to pay for half of it.
We got level
And it's not
33,
like-
right? That was
It's not
30
like
That was
it's not
33? Okay, it was.
Yeah, we're up 33.
Yeah, we're 33. So everything is bad. We don't want to fight anything. Oh, look, a
Everything's
treasure
pointless.
chest. Let's get it. Oh, look, it's the best sword in the game right before the final boss. How convenient. Just what I needed.
Oh,
Now we're gonna finish ahead of estimate by a fairly large margin. I'll say that right now. This is the final boss. Remember that character at the beginning that definitely is not the bad guy? Well, here he is. Rubadoc, the guy with the peace mission.
he's not rubber dub
Give,
dub.
give me the box right now. They must be used. Okay, I believe you. Here you go.
Wait a minute, he's a bad guy.
He's a bad guy this entire time. It's like any other Korean drama. Oh look, another boss fight.
This is the final battle.
How many M's did I have? 7? That's 2 mighty balls. Let's see if they hit. Grenade luge will crush you into pieces. Aw, dang it. It missed.
Even though it visually hits, the sound effect says otherwise.
Yeah. We'll see where our luck is. Hit number 2. Ah, hit nice.
Get
Look at
rid of
that.
that hit.
47 damage.
It's a hog copter.
So the thing about this boss is that the only thing this boss ever does is attack. Which is nice because you don't have to worry about paralysis or like...
Any status effect.
Yes, it's just you have to make sure you won't be put in a position to die. And when he transforms like this, it means it's half dead.
He transforms into the Gundam ship. Transforms into...
Open fire! Open fire!
Shoot, I forget what the ship was called.
Should have used the meat bun, that would have been faster. My health was pretty low.
Oh, white base.
White base?
Yeah, that's the first Gundam animated series. That was the ship, and it kind of looks like it. Kind of. Not exactly.
Oh, he's healing! Forgot he had that attack. Or that move. Where he heals himself a little bit.
Hopefully not too much.
I think it's basically 2 sword hits of healing. I want to say that's how much he heals by. Oh god. Why is it missing? Literally right at the end. This is how the game trolls us. Everything misses.
Just keep on attacking.
His nose his nose area looks like the American. Oh, look,
there
he's
it is.
dead.
It's over.
But the game is not over. Because we have to talk to someone to end the game.
Oh, aren't those the best runs?
Yeah.
Boom.
Right. So, strangely enough, we're back out here, and even though we killed the final boss, we can still get encountered here. So we're gonna turn on that rappel, and then talk to the guy in this this little teepee village, and the game's gonna be over. Run done. GG's, guys. About 30 or so seconds of text mashing here. Yeah, stretch. Everyone stretch. Oh, look, it's over. Look at that box fly into the sky.
Get ready on time.
I got the time ready. We're looking at 27 minutes and some seconds.
27XX.
Let's go home. Let's go home now.
Plus
How boring.
China Land managed to be saved.
And there it is. That is the run. 2 hours. 27 minutes.
Is that a
12
new
seconds.
PB?
By a lot. By a hell of a lot, I'm telling you.
Once again,
The
he
luck in
gets
this
a PB,
game,
He gets a
I got like so many
marathon.
good encounters. That was crazy. The craziest luck ever.
Now he has to save this run.
I have to save this run. I can never do this on my stream, I swear to God. I've been trying to get a sub 230 on my stream forever, and the only 2 sub 30 runs I've ever gotten are in marathons.
It's absolutely hilarious. In a way, it's kind of epic. You got the
Yeah.
PB live on stream.
Live on in a pressurized situation.
Yeah.
I don't know if this
Every time I commentate with him on this game, whenever he runs it, it's always like above 2 hours and 30 minutes. So
yeah, it's
it's
like
big.
kind of luck. The luck with the force was with us on April 22nd.
Imagine if
Oh.
it was on the 420.
No, I didn't get the run on that date. Look at these characters that we never seen. That's Scheherazade in the middle. We didn't get to see her though. There's a bunch of these characters we haven't seen.
That you all speed run skip.
All right.
through. Okay.
The end.
Hope you all enjoyed the Super Ninja Boy trademark.
There's the trademark. I just saw that right now. Okay, well, that's the run, folks. Thank you everyone for joining us. Hope you were entertained. We went on some pretty crazy topics because I had to find something to fill the downtime. I would have been like going crazy if I just played that without like talking. So I have co-commentators. Get co-commentators. It's really good. Thank you to Retro Gaming Live TV events, having WizWario with my commentator. Shouts to ANC Games. I'm wearing a shirt. It's a retro video game store in my local area. They also stream AC Games online. What else can I shout out?
Well, you play Star Fox 64.
Yeah,
Mario
I
64.
generally play Star Fox 64. That's my main game, but I picked up the speed run because no one was speedrunning it, and I just wanted to
leaderboard.
There was no leaderboard. Someone join me. The run is here. I have a guide. Let me know. Hit me up on my
On a stream.
on my stream.
Safety,
Or, yes.
safety _man.
Yes, there's an
Twitch
underscore.
TV.
And hit WizWario up. He's also got some nice art. WinRAR is me today. Thank you for that.
The pixel emote art, graphic design.
So with that said, I'm good. I don't know if I'm gonna get cut off here, but yeah, I'm good. Thumbs up. We did it, guys.
Thanks for joining
2
us,
hours,
everybody.
27:12.
Enjoy the rest of the
Super Ninja.
marathon.
Hope you guys enjoy the rest of Retrothon, Retro Gaming Live. Once again, thank you to the staff putting this together. I had fun. I got a PB. What more can I ask for? It's great.
It's epic. Keep it fit.